के साथ कार्यक्रम में शामिल हो रहे हैं नादिर गोदरेज साहब, जो चेयरमैन और मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर हैं गोदरेज इंडस्ट्रीज के भी और गोदरेज एग्रोवेट के भी। गोदरेज सर, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। मैं सवाल हिंदी में आपसे पूछ रहा हूं, मुझे बताया आप अंग्रेजी में जवाब देना ज़्यादा आसान समझते हैं। अगर आपको सवाल समझना ना आए तो सर प्लीज़ बताइएगा, मैं इंग्लिश में उसे रिपीट कर दूंगा। सबसे पहले, जो इंडोनेशिया ने एक्सपोर्ट पर बैन किया है पाम ऑयल का, कितना इम्पैक्ट यहाँ की एफएमसीजी इंडस्ट्री पर पड़ेगा, ये बताएं सर। कितनी सप्लाई कम होने की आशंका है और उसका कितना इम्पैक्ट होने वाला है?
There's not going to be much of an impact on FMCG companies because PFAD is not an edible oil and it's a byproduct of palm oil refining, and this is the major raw material used by the industry. Crude stearin also doesn't have a ban, and the prices of PFAD have already fallen considerably from the peak. Nor is this ban going to last very long, because in a few days' time, maybe 20, 30 days' time, Indonesia's storage tanks will all be full and normal exports will have to be permitted.
ओके सर, आप ये कह रहे हैं कि बैन टेम्परेरी होगा, प्लस मलेशिया भी ये सोच रहा है कि एक्सपोर्ट ड्यूटी वहां बढ़ा दें, जो मलेशिया से भी पाम ऑयल एक्सपोर्ट होता है। तो क्या ग्लोबली सप्लाई शॉर्टेज है, डिमांड ज्यादा है? सारी कंट्रीज जो पाम ऑयल प्रोड्यूस करती है वो ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं?
Yes, there is a shortage of edible oils. We must remember that this is partly due to biofuels. We are all trying to get away from fossil fuels like crude oil and natural gas. And the best solutions are biodiesel, which is made from vegetable oils, as well as bioethanol, which is made from maize or sugarcane. Now, because we are trying to get away from fossil fuels, there's a huge demand for biofuels. That means that there is a shortage of agricultural produce. And because of competition for land to grow agricultural produce, all agricultural commodities have risen. The Ukraine war has aggravated the situation, has made it much worse, because there is a less supply of Russian oil and Russian gas. Many countries are refusing to buy Russian oil. India, of course, is continuing to buy Russian oil, but other countries are not, and therefore there is a shortage of crude oil and therefore a shortage of all sorts of agricultural products because of the competition from biofuels.
Right, sir. Godrej sir, आपकी कंपनी पाम ऑयल प्रोडक्शन में और उसकी एग्रीकल्चर में लीडिंग कंपनी है इंडिया में। क्या आपकी कंपनी को इस पर्टिकुलर एक्शन से बेनिफिट होगा कि मलेशिया एक्सपोर्ट ड्यूटी बढ़ा रहा है और ये यहाँ से इंडोनेशिया से जो ये बैन हो रहा है, क्या इसका फर्क पड़ेगा सर?
The palm oil prices are already much higher than before. And as a palm oil producers, of course, we would benefit from that. We expect that once the ban is removed, palm oil prices will come down a little, but we don't expect a big decline in prices. And the prices are much higher than in the past in any case.
अच्छा सर, जस्ट फॉर माय नॉलेज, आप भी पाम ऑयल इंपोर्ट करते हैं या आपको जितना जरूरत है आप खुद ही प्रोड्यूस करके सेल करते हैं?
Our consumer products business to make soap and our oleochemical business import palm products. But as I said, for both these businesses, we import palm fatty acid distillate and palm kernel fatty acid distillate, which are cheaper than palm oil. Yeah. And we have a very small edible oil business for which we use some amount of palm olein, which we use imported palm olein. We don't import it ourselves, but that business is much smaller than our own production of palm oil. We originally went into the production of palm oil in 1980, in the 1988 or so, with the idea to make our oleochemicals from palm oil. but we never actually used our palm oil to make oleochemicals. We imported byproducts to make oleochemicals, and we sold our palm oil in the market as the industry grew.
परफेक्ट। अच्छा सर, जो मेरे पास डेटा है, करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, आपका पाम ऑयल प्लांटेशंस में जो रेवेन्यू है ओवरऑल कंपनी का वो 16% है, प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स 42% आता है, मतलब ये अच्छा प्रॉफिटेबल बिजनेस है, राइट? सो इस बिजनेस में आपके क्या एक्सपेंशन प्लान्स हैं? क्या आप और कैपेसिटी बढ़ा रहे हैं? और हाल ही में हमने देखा कुछ नए प्लेयर्स और आए भी हैं, वो पाम प्लांटेशन को लेकर बड़े एग्रेसिव प्लान्स लेकर आए। गोदरेज एग्रोवेट का क्या इरादा है सर?
I should clarify that we do not have our own plantations. All the oil palm is grown by farmers in relatively small holdings. We only have very small experimental farms where we show farmers best practices. We do a lot of R&D to improve the yield of palm and to improve the oil content in the palm fruit bunches. We help the farmers to do best practice so that they produce more fruit bunches and therefore more palm oil and have a higher oil content as well. The government has a pricing formula whereby the farmers get about 75% of the value of the palm oil and we get 25%. We run the palm oil mills for crushing the fruit bunches to extract the palm oil and the palm kernel oil. Palm oil is an extraordinary tree in which you get two kinds of oil, palm oil and palm kernel oil. Palm oil is like a fairly common edible oil, similar in composition, but palm kernel oil is very similar in composition to coconut oil. And it has a lot of industrial uses as well. We produce both these oils. We have expansion plans. The government has announced a very new policy. We are hoping to get allocations for more land, but and we already have allocations in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Orissa,
right,
Tamil Nadu, and in all these areas we are going to encourage our farmers to grow more oil palm. The high prices are a strong incentive,
right?
And we have we run nurseries. We give the seedlings to the farmers to grow in their fields,
right?
And we have expanded our nurseries this year, and we will continue to expand our nurseries.
Right.
And we can make much more expansion if the government allocates us new territories. But even in our existing territories, there is a potential for expansion.
जी सर। सर, आखिरी सवाल जिसका शायद पार्टली आंसर आपने दे दिया है इसमें, कि चूंकि यहाँ पे एडिबल ऑयल बड़ा सेंसिटिव मामला है, जैसे तेल के दाम बढ़ते हैं पूरी पब्लिक को थोड़ा सा इम्पैक्ट करता है, और अब इस तरह की थ्रेट्स कभी भी आ जाए, कोई एक्सपोर्ट बैन कर दे, ड्यूटीज बढ़ा दे, तो हिंदुस्तान में सरकार को क्या करना चाहिए? आप इंडस्ट्री वेटरन हैं, इस इंडस्ट्री को बहुत अच्छे से जानते हैं, हमें एडिबल ऑयल पर डिपेंडेंस नहीं रखनी है बाहर, तो क्या करने की जरूरत है?
We import a huge quantity of edible oils, 12 million tons, 1.2 crore tons. And it is very difficult to produce all of that in India. At the same time, we have a natural advantage in producing cereals. And while all these commodity prices have gone up, we have to pay more for oil, but we have an opportunity to export wheat. So the wheat exports can pay for these imports. But I sincerely believe we have to become Atmanirbhar. We have to produce more palm oil. Now, palm oil is not a quick solution. It takes 5 years for the tree to grow. But there are other quicker solutions. India can expand rapeseed. The rapeseed crop, the rape and mustard seed crops are growing rapidly. We can grow even higher. The government should raise the support price of rape and mustard seed tremendously, and also that of sunflower seeds. Ukraine and Russia are the biggest producers of sunflower. There is a huge shortage in the world, and this is a good time for India to expand sunflower cultivation as well. And we should produce more seeds, improve the productivity. The Solvent Extractors Association has run a program to help farmers grow more rape seeds. Our company has also supported this program. and there is a much that can be done to increase oilseed production and oil palm tree production in India.
थैंक यू सो मच गोदरेज सर, आपने समय दिया और पूरे डिटेल में पूरा आउटलुक दिया।